So Shravani, can I go ahead and start the webinar?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Once again, good evening to everyone, and I would like to welcome you all to this webinar on the Nursing Career Counseling and Guidance Program that has been organized by the Society for Nursing Practices and Bioleagues Worldwide. On the beginning of this day, me on behalf of the Society for Nursing Practices, I would like to extend my warm welcome to our speakers and the participants who have joined this forum. Let me begin with an overview of the Nursing Association. The Society for Nursing Practices Association is one of the non-profitable professional associations operating under the Technorite Research and Development Association, meant for research and development in the field of nursing science, nursing education, and healthcare. The Society for Nursing Practices, shortly known as SFNP, is a paramount body which has brought revolution and sustainable development in the field of nursing, neurology, and healthcare. It is a professional association caring for people. SFNP is an international forum for allied health professionals, nurses, nurse practitioners, research scholars, scientists for sharing knowledge and innovation in the field of allied health sciences, nursing sciences, and healthcare. SFNP aims to bring together allied health sciences, nurses, and healthcare community to encourage intellectual development and providing opportunities for networking and collaboration. Moving on, I would like to talk about the Bioleagues Worldwide, which is the another co-organizer. As a globally recognized professional organization operating under the Technorite Research and Development Association, Bioleagues Worldwide is dedicated to the out-and-out advancement, proliferation, and furtherance of research and development activities in the fields of medical science, pharmaceutical science, life science, and healthcare. Moving on, I'm going to talk about this wonderful webinar that we have planned for you today, and I'm going to let you know about the reason why we are gathered here. The future looks bright in the nursing field. The outlook for new registered nurses is exceptionally good. The number of new jobs for registered nurses is expected to increase at a rate far greater than most of the other jobs in the coming years. The diversity of the nursing career is vast. There are very less professions similar to this, which offers as many opportunities for diversified roles as does nursing, such as clinical nurse, clinical specialist nurse, midwifery practitioner, nurse midwife, clinical instructor, staff development specialist, patient education specialist, nurse manager, nurse administrator, nurse researcher, etc. Our speakers will deal with the various opportunities available and how to select a particular discipline based on your interest effectively. On that note, I would like to welcome our keynote speakers of the day. So first, I would like to welcome Dr. L. Gopichandran. Dr. Gopichandran is the president of Trained Nurses Association of India, Delhi branch, and also he is an associate professor at the College of Nursing, AIIMS, Delhi. He has over 15 years of experience in the field on nursing education. He has published uncountable number of research papers, which is his area of focus, and has also won the National Award for E-Governance 2021 by our Honorable Union Minister for Best Research Work. He has also been a speaker in various international and national conferences and has also organized many conferences under their association. He is also held the honorable promotion in our SFNP as a National Advisory Committee head. Over to you, Dr. Gopichandran, for your keynote address. Sir, you're on mute.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible now.
Yeah, thank you. I'll share my slide. So good evening to everyone. I think this is the, first of all, I would like to congratulate Society for Nursing Practice for organizing this very, essential and, need of our to discuss and share our thought on the various career opportunity, for nurses in India and abroad. Along with me, Mr. Raj Kumar is one of the very resource person, and his career itself his knowledge and career, and really tremendous. And when you are going to hear about him, and he's going to share a lot of things for the, and also motivate the young nurses, which can they come up very, in the bright manner in the future. So, which is I'm going to discuss about, or maybe you can, share various opportunity, overseas opportunity for nurses. Then he will, Mr. Rajkumar will share on, opportunity in India, especially for the different positions for nurses in India that he is going to share. But I have seen that the number of the registration almost more 200, but almost they joined by I think 40, 50 they are joined directly, and others are maybe the YouTube. We whatever we share, even I can going to take another 15, 20 minutes to share on this topic, and he will share maybe almost another 30, 40 minutes, 30 minutes. But we'll give time for you to, to discuss with you, because the mostly it's kind of we have this forum is going to have kind of interaction with each participants, or maybe they can share their questions, post their the questions that maybe in the chat box, that maybe again can be moderator can throw the question to us, then we can definitely clear the doubts or whatever they are raising the questions. Maybe they can also directly can interact also if possibility is there. Because this is counseling means definitely need to clarify many things, because that's why we are kept this topic as career opportunities, and especially for the as a counseling session. We when we talk about the career and the job, that is always a career versus job. That's something very, very interesting to understand the differentiation between the career and the job. Job means I think what she exactly the Fatima mentioned, that it is the kind of professions very, very different than any other professions, because it's a diverse position in this in the career opportunity for nurses. It is not only in India and outside the country. Diverse means we may not go in one track. We may go into the different level of our positions according to your qualification and your experience. So you may, according to your interest, you may directed, or maybe you can move into a different level, and it's make the differences compared with another profession. Example, if IT, they have become only IT professionals, maybe software developers, or if you go into engineer, they are electronic engineer or any engineer, they have specific, even lawyer, but maybe have the teaching positions, or maybe they have kind of practice. But for us, there is a kind of position diverse as a practitioner at the clinical level, go to the teaching level, in the research level, and the administrative level. There is and again in other country they have clinical nurse practice, advanced nurse practice. So even in the clinical itself, there is a different position according to the areas, like infection control, many, which are going to discuss a lot about you. That is called diversions. This is called the career. Career means it is forward movement, and you grow, you move forward from one point to the another point according to your interest, according to your drive, and according to your satisfaction, where you want to be, reach your destiny, and according to your potentials. So this is the forward movement. You will be moved forward, and definitely you will be more in terms of the job satisfaction, and you also happy about your overall satisfaction about your job. You never stagnated. But if you go for the job is something, it's it's kind of anyone who complete their graduation, or either professional, non-professional, they're looking into take any job, either skilled or non-skilled job, for money, for survival. But there is there is no forward movement. There is kind of stagnation. They think that I'm doing some job, I'm getting money. That is make a lot of frustration in after some time, when you get into stagnation for a long time in the particular position, or stay in the particular positions. That's why if we compare with any other field, nurses are very good in terms of all the things as compared with the earlier. Today nurses are moving forward, and they are very happy about their terms of job and their promotions. In other country, there is no doubt about. That's why most of the nurses, migrate to other country because there is a lot of advancement in the career for the nurses as compared to any profession in any other country. I mean, all the countries across the world. So that's why the career, we selected the topic itself not for job opportunity, career opportunity. Because I wanted to every nurses today who join here sensitize them what is the difference between job and, because earlier we thought that we complete GNM or BSc, I want a job, and especially nurses, they easily got the government job. Till retirement, they will be stagnant as a staff nurse maximum. Maybe with the experience, they move into some positions that are also a lot of other barriers are there to may not get promotion also. So these all so many stagnation for nurses, they are get frustrated. But today the job opening is what Mr. Rajkumar going to explain about or give more detail about India itself. What are the opening today available opening for the nurses in government setup, and again what type of the career for them. And again, you go to the other country, they can move to any country. Even with the GNM, they go to any countries, mostly in the European country. If you are BSc, you can go to Gulf country. If either you are BSc or GNM, you go to any country, you are a Easterners, you can also study over there at overseas. You can go. That's why it's kind of, really there is a great opportunity for nurses. If I talk about my career itself, something, very interesting. You can say I was 30 years before I started my career. I was the first male nurse in Tamil Nadu. I was completely blinded. I don't know because I have chosen this, this profession. There is a for only government job or go to the other country, and especially male were first time it's introduced in Tamil Nadu. We were completely have the blinded, and very much stigma was existed that time in for nurses. We cannot say outside I am a nurse, especially male nurse. There is a lot of confusion because I was especially recognized, or I can say that we identify the people that either I am nurse or compounder because our uniform was like this. But still, there is a point where we take the decisions. That's the most important in the career opportunity. We have to take the decisions. And after your BSc, after your GNM, if you take the job, and what type of job you are taking, either when you go for higher educations, how to continue your higher educations, what is the scope of your continuing education. These all take at the right time of decisions that make the differences in your careers, and you will go as what you are taking the right decision at the right career for you. So why I am telling this, when I was completing my BSc, I was not even able to get the job as a staff nurse in Chennai. In Chennai, I was not able to get the job. Even it's a very low paid, and even they are not accepted as the male nurses that time. Then I was struggled, and I worked for 2 years. Then I thought that what I have to do. Then that time there is a great opportunity. That was the opening for the MSc nurses, and the MSc nurses teaching said a lot of opportunity. That time there is no differentiation for the male teacher or female teacher. They accepted any MSc nurses. I entered into MSc immediately. I think especially after 2 years of experience after working in the hospitals. I was initially thought that I can go to abroad. Then I thought that the opening for the nurses, for the teaching side, why not take MSc? That made me changes in my career. I become MSc immediately after my BSc. After 2 years, by 2000 I complete MSc. Again I got opportunity to work in abroad. I went abroad. And again I took decisions when I have got selected for PhD. I had got opportunity in going outside country. I chosen for going outside country because going outside country you will get a lot of in terms of money. Empowerment, and again you will get the status, and also you will also you feel more satisfied in your job as compared to India, especially that time. Again I went abroad. Again I got opportunity at AIMS Delhi at the time. Even that time I was almost getting better salary in other country. But when I got a job in secure job in India, immediately I was returned to India. But again after that I completed so many things. Why I'm telling all the things, because every point you take your decision at right decision, make your differences in your career. Because sometimes some people think that I will just complete my BSc, I will work as a nursing officer, whatever, or maybe go to abroad. After some time you become frustrated. Oh, I'm same job I continue for 20 or 30 years. So either you're female or male, whatever, I will feel both of the same for me, because both of them have kind of same kind of feeling after some time. If you are not utilizing your your opportunities, you are not used your potential at the maximum what you expected. Because if I see in some of the nurses, I can able to see during the time of student period, they're outstanding. Even the school, they are maybe they may missed the medicine, maybe with 2-3 marks or maybe 10 marks, they are selected for the BS nursing program. That means they have that much, their intelligence, they have that much energy with them. But when they come to nursing, they think that okay, finish my job, my profession, my career is completed. Only I have to be the nurse in the clinicals. That's all. But it is very wrong. Actually, you can go as today in the nursing. You can go into maximum level of education you can attain at India itself. Or if you go to other country, there is no doubt. And same like every go into different level of education, your job title also will be changed. That also you look into that. So that's why there is nurses sometimes stagnated, not for the reason for the system, the reason for themselves, because they don't have self-drive. And again, they should also motivated by themselves and motivated by people like me today. I'm the TNI president of Delhi. I'm arranging this with the Society for Nursing Practice for this program because the only reason is to motivate the young people, to get into the better career for them in the future. That really make you the sense of your life in the better manner. So with that, I just start about only 5-15 minutes about what are the opportunities available in outside the country, overseas country. Then I will over to Mr. Rajkumar for the talking about India. So if we talk about outside, overseas countries, our opportunities being as a nurse, registered nurse, and also nowadays there is a lot of opening for the nurses in the teaching side or administration side, in also specialized nurses position also. So registered nurses, you need to be only GNM qualified or maybe the BSc qualified. The BSc qualified person only can go to the Gulf countries, but GNM qualified person can go to the European country, US country, because every country they have their own prerequisite qualifications you have to fulfill. Then only you are eligible to go travel to other country. But I am very much highlighting that everyone who qualified nurses who produced from our country, they're called registered nurses. They registered their as a license as they are registered in the state nursing council. They need to be RM certified people. Even you complete today PSC, your eligibility start after registration of your license. I mean, your registration complete in your council, and you get license as practitioner at any of the state or anywhere across India. So that license are only other than your BSc nursing degree and your RM certificate only. It's a more important credentials or for you to travel other than your passport and the experience certificate. Then you can go to any other country. But earlier, nurses, I can see about 30 years before, the nurses can only go to Gulf country and maybe in Europe and especially US countries. But I'm very happy that especially in the last 20 years, I was able to see 3 decades. My career started in 1993 to 2022-23. Okay, almost I have more than 22 years of experience in teaching. And I have seen most of my students, they are settled in other countries. Even though at the AIMS, almost we can able to see more than 15, 17, 18 batches. I was able to, come to know that they are almost in the country of other countries. They are not staying. They stay for only in India for 2 years because they are better salary and better, their career opportunity, and they are going for higher education. And their higher education again, with the higher education, they are also getting immigrations and they become the citizen or permanent resident of any country because they wanted their next generation, because their generation, their children, they are expected their children, they want to become the residents or citizens of, other country because they think that they are very much good in for the living and standard, everything for them. So they are for the reason I have a lot of interaction. I traveled most of the countries. When I traveled, they used to say, sir, we are really comfortable in other countries because we are respected. Another one is my children will be settled, over there. Their career and their education, their life will be more better because today that a country like India, we are very good in terms of emotionally. We are so much happy when you stay in India. But if you think about the lifestyle and so many things, health, many things we can able to see. Compare with the developed country, we are still backward. But now India is coming up. That maybe in future, really people like to stay in India. But still, so for younger generation, they prefer to go to other countries for different reasons. So even just now I spoke with even Rajiv, he mentioned that, sir, now Florida also open. Because 2000 and all, when I completed, a lot of opening in US, UK, especially US, who are completed NCLX, who are completed, CGFNS, or who are completed, IELTS or TOEFL, whatever that, language test. They were registered. They were immediately migrated. They were go to the, US. But now, last, almost 15 years, it was closed because there is no opening for them, because they are given preference to the localites. But now again, that opening started. Who registered in 2003, 2004? Again, that they are started to now get the employment, and they are moving to that, to the US. But in Europe, it's a huge opening, and I will also share you that what are the steps to be proceed for the going into the European countries. And these Gulf countries, still 30 years, I am seeing, even I wasn't living in the Gulf country in Saudi Arabia, because it's one of the very good positive I can able to say about Gulf countries. Because Gulf country, when you go there, you will earn money, tax-free salary, and whenever you want to come back to India, you will come back, and you will not feel that you are away from India. That's one of the great thing I can, because most of the Indians are living and very comfortable life, and whenever you want to back, you can go. But if you go to European country, US country, mostly people are not ready to come back. Means because the reason is they almost adapted lifestyle. They're very difficult to come back and stay in India in terms of job, in terms of their children and everything, settlement. That's why, but people more preferred an Arab country. But what is the difference today in Arab country and Asian country like Singapore, Hong Kong? Earlier, the opening only for the nurses, staff nurses, clinical nurses, but now they're opening for educator, opening for administrators, opening for many teaching positions are opening different university in Gulf countries and like Saudi Arabia, UAE. That is one of the very good opportunity for the nurses who are in India with a PhD, nurses with a master degree with a teaching experience. They are enjoying, or maybe they're getting good opportunity to migrate into this type of country and stay for some time. Then they back to India and they continue the work. This is what that is the difference between Arab countries and the European and the US. In again Singapore, Malaysia also now there is a lot of opening, but still there is a many prerequisites or the credentials plus with that fulfillment of the examination, all that need to be done before you go into the Arab or any other countries. That is the most important to understand by everyone, because earlier even I went to Saudi Arabia, I don't have any kind of examination, especially for the clinical nurses. Teaching job is not you need to attend only interview. You can go and you can register being a licensor. But today you have to complete some of the examination to be completed. That testing your knowledge, testing your skills through the CPT exams. Then you have to do registration. Then you can be apply for a visa and you can you can fly to the Gulf country. And same like in Singapore also and other countries, there is a different kind of the prerequisite. But in go for the Gulf countries, there is a different kind of examination you have to go through, because you have to be you have to license to be practiced in this Gulf country. You should have the kind of the the test to be completed. That is named for Saudi Arabia, Saudi Commission Health Specialties. They are the council that they have the exams that is called Prometric, and one company name called Data Flow Company. They are the one, they are like not the government company. They are the like kind of facilitator, or maybe they're outsourcing people who will process your all kind of checking your credential and helping you for taking the exams. And again they are also connected representative from the government side, and also for you can help you to facilitate to complete your process. Same like United Arab Emirates, they go for DHA, HAD, and GOH. The kind of different type of exams you have to perform and complete, then you can get the license. And Qatar, there is a Department of Health Care Professionals that is also Prometric. And a woman, it is called Women Medical Specialty Board exam to be completed. And Bahrain, you can go for National Health Regulatory Authority exams to be completed. And other Arab countries, depending upon that, their requirement and the examination, you need to be completed. before you travel to their country, because every country today, even India, you need license to practice. Same like every country, you have to fulfill the examination, whatever they prescribed by their councils. Clear the exam, you get the licensor, that licensor for the practice. But in teaching positions, it is something different, because here you need they will conduct an interview directly, or sometimes they will through the online or Skype, something they will do that. And your experience, your PhD, it's a minimum qualification going to the Gulf countries to the teaching positions. Then you may selected, you may travel over there, and even then, even after travel, also they ask you to pre-request for you to. Sometimes they ask you to license, register your council, because every nurses, every healthcare professional, they should be the licensed to practice or to teach. That is the mandate today for any of the. Even I am today, I am the teacher. I should be. It's mandate for me to be registered in the council. Maybe not necessary. Sometimes renewal is maybe not taken up sometimes, but still some of the state councils, they are advising that to go for the renewal, especially who work in the private sector, because for your again for checking or validating your credentials, and for also accreditation of your institution where you want to work out, you have to fulfill with all the things. So this is for the Gulf countries, but there is a various position now. I am conducting some programs from the Society for Cardiac Nurses. So there I am bringing up many of the nurses in the position of nurse practitioner and educator, administrators, faculties who are from different Gulf countries, even from European countries. They are coming and discussing or sharing their thought, how their experience be the ANP practitioner. Then that time you come to know that even Gulf country, UAE, many nurses, they are infection control nurses, different positions they are created, in nurse informatics, many, subtitle given for nurses to as a specialized nurses, and even educator also, clinical nurse educator in the hospital side. We go to the colleges, they are considered to be the faculty, assistant, associate, and different position also in the for the teaching side and university side. We come to the European means that is UK, Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, even for other countries like US, Canada, Germany, Denmark, everywhere there is an opening now. Especially UK is more opening now, and Australia also immigration started. Canada also immigration is there. New Zealand also immigration there. Everywhere the prerequisite to complete your language test and IELTS and also OET. There is a different kind of minimum score, band score you have to fulfill, and that will be given very clearly for you that when you're applying for the immigration or for the job, for the employment, that is one of the very prerequisites you have to complete for even for your before you proceeding for the your the registration of the councils. Again, other countries there is also, I think everyone know that is well aware about it, the NCLX, and also for Canada CRNE, and they are also accepting the NCLX along with that language test. And every country they have own language proficiency that also they do the testing, and they also do that. So every again, if you want to immigrate for any of the country by immigration or going for employment, there is always you have to choose the right agencies, and you should know what are the fulfillment of the educational qualifications. And again, you have to complete your language examinations, and you should have the valid passport, and you should have that employment letter or visa from the concerned employer, and you should also ready with your validity card. This is the basic things. But I'm just going to, because today everyone knows that, everyone aware that there's huge opening for European countries, especially UK. So nurses are every day migrating, and even Mr. Rajkumar also, really helping us people for the moving of the, our nurses. So even TNI is doing many of the, services for the helping the nurses for the migrating to other countries, especially for the European countries. So India, they have different stages. India, you have to do some of the procedure to complete, and when you go to UK, you have to complete some procedure before joining the job. India, you have to NMC application with your passport and also your degree certificate. India, you have to apply for the nurse midwifery counseling UK, and you have to complete second stage. You have to complete the CBT test. Then third stage, you have to health fitness certificate from medical practitioner, and again your IELTS OET certificate to be ready for whatever the minimum score to be obtained. And police verification certificate, we have to complete. That's only valid for 6 months. Then you after this all complete, then you go to UK. You have to go for ASCII test, complete your ASCII. Then you will be registered tier 2 nurse. I think it's a good salary for the package for nurses working in UK. I'm able to see in AIMS Delhi nurses. Most of the nurses they are moving to after 2 years they complete. I am seeing that they are come after a BSc, they joining at any government sectors, getting good salary. That Mr. Rajkumar will tell you what is the salary status of nurses today in Delhi or any aims or central government nurses. Then after 2 years, they fulfilled. Then immediately they are migrating to the developed countries, US, UK, and they are mostly preferred UK because of the job nature is so good and they are getting good salary. And especially young nurses, they prefer the clinical side of the UK. So NHS, this is for what I told about council. Now NHS is the again National Health Service, the hospital. Council, hospital, you do two process. They are the employer. They are the employer. We have to do interview. They will give offer letter. Again, they will also verify with the council. They will also certificate of the sponsorship. They will give you. Then you apply for the visa. Then you fly to UK with that ticket. This is the process, step by process, step by step. You can approach the TNI further information. They will help you. And even Mr. Rajkumar also, his contact number, you have to call him. He will also help you for the process and how to complete your IELTS and how to go for the process of the going to UK. He will be he's one of the I can say major resource person. Will explain about the how the process of that going to the European country, especially UK. So, but I have seen that so many people are cheated earlier. Now it was well regulated by the Human Resources Department of Human Government of India. Everything is transparent. You can go to the website. You can log in. You can see that what kind of agency you are registering and how you are moving. All the fake kind of things are easily you can identify. You can able to product yourself. Earlier, very blindly nurses pay the money to the agent. They will be cheated, but everything today transparent. Even TNI is one of the registered body. Even Mr. Rajkumar will tell so many things, different way how you can get into the agencies or helping you just to go into the other country, especially for the Europe to clear these all the things. So be careful with this to find out that what type of process you are doing for, especially for immigrations. You have to be very careful checking. And that is the, especially in Government of India, we create a lot of awareness for the nurses and all professionals to know and check the status of employment and the employer and all kind of, processes. You can, you justify yourself that if you have any doubt, any clarification, you can contact that, you can contact the embassies. Their embassies are maybe to the foreign, ministry. Then they will help you. There is a different contact number. Emails are available. They will help you, especially for the Ministry of External Affairs, to to take care of this if you are really wrongly guided by the people and you have to report. Because nowadays media has helped us very, very good, man. Media, I am connecting with you today between you and me, or with Rajkumar to you. That is the one of the advantage. Same time, again, media also today cheating you in different way. So you have to be more matured and understand that the process and the things. But at the same time, it also gives transparent to you that if something is, you are, somebody wrongly to guided you, that you can be escaped from that, or you may be, protected from this. So it's really, I know this 1 hour I took more because I am starting now. I want to sensitize you that really where you are standing and you how to go further. Whatever I discussed with you is all about the outside countries. A lot of opening, even US, Florida is open now. Whoever completes the NCLS or maybe the language exams, they can register. They can go, US. At start the process, you will migrate immediately. So like this, so many countries, even New Zealand, I have seen last week, I got call from some of my students. They went to New Zealand. They are very much happy about the settle over there. So some way you go for immigration process by immigration step. Some way you go for employment process, you go into that. So according to your choice, according to your preferences, Sometimes you want to go for higher education, you can go and work and do higher education, and you stay for different career. You can perspective. You can move. Sometimes I have seen many of the friends move to the clinical nurses as a clinical nurse. They become the teacher tomorrow today. They become professor also. So like this, there is a lot of career opportunity outside the country, and that's I'm stopping over here. And any doubt, anything you want to discuss, you want to post the chat box, and myself and Rajakumar will be, again to interact with you or clarify with you if you have any doubt. Thank you once again. I just over to Fatima to continue this program. Thank you. Fatima, are you there?
Yes, sir. Are there any questions from the participants? If there are any questions, kindly put it on the chat box. If there are any questions, you can post it on the chat box before we proceed. All right. Since our participants are gathering their thoughts, in the meanwhile, we will be moving on to our next keynote speaker. So I would like to welcome Mr. Rajkumar Kannayan. He is a nursing officer at AIIMS Delhi. He has an impeccable experience in the field of advanced critical care nursing of adults, and he is also training aspiring novice nursing students to crack their competitive exams and overseas nursing exams. Also, he has been a speaker of various national and international webinars as well. I'd like to invite Mr. Rajkumar Kannayan.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir. You're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm audible. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you all for SFNC and Dr. Gobichandran for giving this great opportunity for us. This is a nice session like what we had for last 20 minutes. The nurse is even I also as a nursing officer. So you are the one. Let me share my screen. Then I'll just discuss. Just a minute. I think, sir, can you? Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. So now what have you discussed in last 20 minutes about the international vacancies and how the SAR have given the clear guidance about everything. Now I'm going to speak about the Indian opportunity where you can have a good life in an Indian setup. If you are able to go for international setup, it is up to you how you are going to carry your life in international, like in UK, US, and the Gulf countries. If you are want to settle in India, and you should decide yourself that once a BS nursing is completed, and it may take at least 1 year of registration, and so that you may be working in some of the private hospital. But what I feel personally, as I have more than 13-14 years of experience in clinical especially, so don't work more than 1 year in private setup. That's our special request from my side. Maybe 1 or 2 years in Indian setup, because nurses are like working like a hell, like more than 12 hours, 8 hours, getting all the work and giving salary for 18-20,000. Even nowadays, that even the labor are getting per day 1,000 rupees and 30,000, 40,000 income. So as per the government of India and Supreme Court regulation, even though they have given the salary package for the nurses should be around 40, still the private hospitals and the management, they are not increasing the salary for the nurses. So it is not health that you are going to go and fight in, but it's better to divert yourself during your BSc nursing 3rd year or 4th year. Decide yourself, this is your career. And what all I'm going to speak here, whether you have to be in your teaching side or your clinical side, or you want to go for international, that you decide yourself. So as we are having more than 15 years of experience in clinical, we are all satisfied in Indian setup. So we don't want to migrate from Indian setup, and we are well satisfied in especially in aims like institution where we can work peacefully and getting good salary per month. Yes. So this topic is one of the most important topics for the nurses, especially base nursing. After completing your base nursing, and usually we get confused like what to do, whether to go. Anyway, you are going to work for 1 year because of the registration. So after 1 year, during this 1 year, what you are going to do, that is very important, as Sir has clearly mentioned, that will decide your life. So I have seen the most of the people from south, and mostly even we are also from south, and no, many of the nurses won't come outside of the Tamil Nadu. And you don't think about this is like you have plenty of opportunity. The salary doesn't matter. Salary is very important for all. Like money is very important. Once you completed with BS nursing, nowadays the BS nursing course is around comes around 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs. I heard like two days before. So in government setup, it's well and good. If you are in private, it becomes around 8 to 10 lakhs. So some people may go for education loan and everything. And after that, if you are working in private setups, it is completely you are losing your career. So you can earn your experience for 1 year and 1.5 year. Try to migrate as per you have the potential. What potential you have, you decide yourself, and decide your career in future, how you are going to become a nurse in Indian as well as in international exams, how to crack the exams, right? So I'm here to discuss about the career opportunity in India, how the opportunities are there. We have the plenty of even I also worked in state government of Tamil Nadu and 2006 and 7, and by getting salary of 2,500 3,000. And that time when see, many of the batchmates are there and still they are worked as more than 7 years of contract, and they're regularized, and they're getting 40,000-50,000 salary. Some people are there satisfied, some people they won't get satisfied, they want to achieve something in their life, they just come out from the area where they're not satisfied. So that is the one which you have to decide. You have to decide your career. No one is going to guide, because you are mature and 4 years of BS nursing, and you should know the awareness which the more opportunity nowadays the people are giving. Like Sarah has given the clear idea about those who are good in communication, those who are good in the written language, and they want to migrate within 1 year, and those who are good in subject, those who want to crack the Indian exams. Why the Indian exams are very important, I'll just list the exams. And vacancies are there in various state government as well as the central government, and as well as some of the autonomous body, which I'm going to see here. Yeah, you can see here we have the central government and autonomous institutions. State government, post graduation we can do even after the BSc nursing, where you can do the post graduation. And many of the nurses, we have seen our friends who cleared civil service group A exams, and they have migrated to the other profession completely. It depends on you how you are leading your career, right? And exams which I'm going to discuss about, one of the most important exam, NORCET. Nowadays most of the people are aware, and I've seen the people when you are coming for when I'm taking classes for the competitive exams and all, people are not that much of interested, especially for BSc third year, fourth year. We know that the student life is like that. They don't bother about anything. But at certain time, you have to be very careful that once you complete the career, you have to decide your career, what you are going to do. Right. So why I'm just focusing the Indian government, we have the lot of opportunity in Indian government. How we have the plenty of aims which I mentioned here. You can see here we have the Avantipura. I'll just mention 22 state of aims which is running, as well as the running aims are Bhopal, AIMS, New Delhi, and we have the Rishikesh, we have the Jodhpur, which is we have the Rajkot, we have the Bibinagar, we running, we have the Mangalgiri in south, and Madurai yet to be constructed, and Bhubaneswar we have, and we have the Kalyani, Calcutta, and these all the established institution where the AIMS is established, more than 1,200 bedded. And you know, nurses are very vital part of the institute. You know that without the nurses, even they even not able to run the hospital. So each and every hospitals they issue the vacancies of every year. The vacancies are more than 5,000 vacancies are there. And why this is important, this vacancies, that you should aware of this class. After this class, the BSc nursing students, you should aware of why this aims like institutions are very important, and to work in this aims like institution. So you can see here, I have given the various this one fully functional aims, which is here mentioned, and where MBBS have started very clearly. They have given, and Bathinda, Bibinagar, Kalyani, all over all the states, mostly they are trying to establish the aims. And we have the aims which is going to be established in the Mangalgiri and some of the area. So this is actually, you can see the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare website where they have given complete list of the aims. So why we are focusing aims, that's you need. So this is your all Indian stuff, only one aims. When we are writing the exams around 2012 and 13, there is only one aims which we have we came from south, and we just want to work in aims, and that is our ambition, that we have to work in aims. And now we have plenty of aims. We can, with the construction, you can see so that you can get motivated. Aims Bhubaneswar is there, aims Rishikesh is there, aims Raipur is there, aims Bhopal established, Jodhpur is there, Rajasthan, aims Patna is there. These all well established institution, as well as BS nursing is there, as well as some of the MSc postgraduate program also running there. So we have the JIPMER. Apart from the aims, you know that Pondicherry JIPMER is also autonomous body where you can utilize the vacancies if they comes. In Karaikal also they have opened, and PGMER Chandigarh is also autonomous body where you can apply. It's not only for the Chandigarh graduates they can apply. So many of the people doesn't know, after the career, after your BS nursing, you don't know what to do, because when we are completed, we don't know, no one has guided us. So now we have the plenty of channels and plenty of awareness. So you should get aware of third year, fourth year, and you prepare mentally what to do. And you have the PGMER Chandigarh, which is also autonomous body, National Institute of Nursing, PGMER. And NIMANS Bangalore is very important autonomous body, and also Sri Chitra in Kerala, Trivandrum, this is also autonomous body. What is autonomous body? Anyone can apply for any, even what I am discussing, not I am focusing only the state government. Whatever I am discussing, you can apply for any. If you are in south, you can apply for the Chandigarh. If you are in anywhere, you can apply. This is called autonomous and central government. There is no restriction, only the categorized OBC, general, and SC ST categories, they will be they will get the certificate, and you can apply for this. And BHU Varanasi is there. This is also good institute, comes in the central government. Lucknow SGPGI Lucknow is there. This is also central government. Army hospitals are there for the, especially for the females. You can apply. Safdar hospitals are New Delhi and pure central government hospital. Dr. Haramal hospital is that, it's also pure central government hospital. And you have the plenty of vacancies which will come every 2-3 years. ESI hospitals, every state they have the medical college ESI. And you have the railway hospital, which vacancy is that, and Ayush institution where also vacancies, some of the friends are working there. Autonomic research institutes also vacancies are there. Every 2-3 years it will come. And Airport Authority of India Medical Center, the vacancies are there. That is also central government post. And we have plenty of cancer, CGHS, TB hospital. So why this much of hospitals we are giving? You should not depend on only the state government where you are getting 7,000 or 14,000. So why I'm giving this focus of this? You have the complete, there's a organization chart. Once you enter into the complete this autonomous, we are entering into the nursing officer field, like which nursing, as a nursing student, you are here. This last category you can see here. Here, nursing student. And once you become the nursing officer, when I was 1 year before, I was asking some of the people, they are asking me, sir, there is whether there is vacancy for staff nurse. And the vacancy for the nursing officer is 4,000 last year, before year. In the south, some of the people are asking, sir, whether there is vacancy for staff nurse, because many people doesn't know the staff nurse is upgraded to the nursing officer. The designation has been changed. So this all the thing which you have to know. Nursing officer, senior nursing officer, after 10 years or 3 years, many exams, many of the aims in the aims Delhi only, they are just working for 10 years. After that, they are getting promoted to SNO. But in many of the all the institutions except aims, we are just getting 3 years of experience and then going with the promotional exams at senior nursing officer. And after 6 years, you are getting to ANS post and assistant nursing superintendent, and we are going for the DNS and the nursing superintendent, and so and so. If the careers goes as per that, you will go. And why this is aims like institutions are most prestigious institution. You get a celebrities and VIPs like which you have given vaccinations. He's from south who's given vaccination. So this all the chance you would get, and more prestigious that you work in the prestigious institutions. And so I just was shouting for the last 10 minutes. What is the use of this thing is the salary. Ultimately, the salary is most important for all, right? So instead of getting 14 or 15,000 salary in the state government and 20,000, the aims like institution, this is 2021 payslip of our student who joined in aims Bhubaneswar, right? One of the students from ESI Chennai, he came, and the salary you can see that it is like 70,008. You know that after completing BS nursing, The freshers are eligible. I'll just discuss about the eligibility criteria. Freshers are eligible, and even you don't have any experience, registration is mandatory, and you are going to crack the competitive exams, and you are going to attain the salary of more than 70,000. So you can see this is the list salary slip of May 2021. Now it is around 72. If you join in metropolitan city like AIMS like institution, the salary will come around 75 to 76 gross salary. Imagine that if you go for any of the state government of the medical officers, state government medical officer, even some of the friends who's getting 60,000 salary in state government, 65,000 salary, even bank manager, they're getting salary of GM, state government, they're getting 65, 70. And you are getting good salary in the central government. And many of the people not aware of this. 70,000 is a good amount when you are joining 22, at the age of 22, if you are cracking the exam, your motto is like you are just focusing only one exam and you are studying from the third year or fourth year, and you can easily crack the exams. In the every year the vacancies are coming, and every year mostly you see 22 AIMS, even every AIM they have 1,000 bedded hospital. Nurses are the most important backbone of the hospital, you all know that, and vacancies are sure, damn sure, every year the vacancies will come. This is proven that. So only we are here for the career counseling. Don't waste your life in sitting in your private setup and working for the 14,000 18,000 salary. If you are not working in private hospitals, so the salary will be increased automatically, right? So that is what I just want to tell. I have given the salary slip of the student as a worked as a destination nursing officer who joined in May 2021. We have 2022, 1 year. So the salary of the AIMS people, it's proven that 70. Here in Delhi, we get 75,000 for HRA and everything. HRA, we get HRA is 7,184 in the Bhubaneswar. In Delhi, HRA is 14,000. So you just add 77,000 salary here, gross salary. Okay, so allowances are same. The basic pay are same, and the only the HRA will be different based on the cities. Why this is important? Your life, permanent job, and once you completed BS nursing, you feel very happy. Parents are will be happy, as we are the I am also training for the students for the competitive exams. Many of the parents, they call us and they'll be very satisfied. Our student, those who worked in those who are working names Kalyani, Mangalgiri, we are very happy that they are getting in 22 years. Even we got this salary around the age of 29, 70, 75,000. Nowadays people are more aware and smart, and they are just getting salary at the age of 22, 23. They are getting entering into the AIMS like institution and getting salary of 70,000, and they are get settled very good job, like permanent job, salary benefit, promotions, good working condition, quarters facilities are there, health benefits, EHS for whole family, you have the benefits, and higher education after 5 years with pay or without pay, and with the salary you can study for MSc and higher educations. And once the SAR have given you the clear idea, once you got an Indian setup, you can divert your career to the international after 2 years. If you get all opportunity here, then you decide yourself whether to go for UK and US or any exams once you are settled here. And new language, we are working with all the states like Northeast, Mumbai, Nagpur. Many of the people are colleagues who's working with you. You will learn the language of a variety of language. So North Indian, they've learned the South language, Tamil or Malayalam, or South Indian, they've learned Hindi and some of the languages. So this is what actually how the rapport will develop, and you will work, feel very good to work in that area. So respect in the society, and day off and CL, EL benefits, maternity benefits, CCL benefit, child care benefit. There are plenty of benefits for the nurses who is working in the Indian government, right? So we have the exam. So you may have the doubt what to do. So it may be your GNM or your BSc. It is like GNM diploma candidate. They are asking 2 years of mandatory experience, which is 50 bedded hospitals compulsory. Then only you can apply for the exams. Which exam I will just explain. You should have the registered certificate of the nursing council and the NARCET. NARCET is one of the international exam nowadays. NARCET is last 2-3 years nursing officer recruitment common eligibility test. This is the only one exam which all the AIMS are conducting every year at the September, October it will come, November it will come. So every year the exam vacancy 3,000, 4,000 vacancy will come, and the students, they will be writing more than 50,000, 1 lakh students they will be writing, and you have to compete in that and come in front, and the rank should be good, and there will be markings and negative markings, 200 MCQs. Whatever you study in the theory, that is different, and what you are practicing is different. And you know MCQ is very important. Some people are good in theory, some people are good in MCQs. So you have to make a balance between the MCQs and this one. So you should aware. Many people are aware in North. Most of the people are aware. They call us in second year, third year, and they will ask me, sir, I want to prefer for competitive exams. So we tell no, you just first of all complete your fourth year. Come at fourth, after fourth year you come, because the syllabus is very important. So for BSc nursing, it is a fresher. You can apply. BSc nursing, you can apply fresher. And for diploma, it's 2 years or 50-bedded hospital. So post graduation, which you have to go for MSc cardio, MSc critical care, MSc neuroscience, oncology, nephro, pediatric, psychiatric, MSc nursing practitioner, critical care nursing, and master in public health, and MBA healthcare management is there. And MPH is one of the leading course nowadays. Those who are opting for the public health and the WHO projects, which the nurses are playing a vital role in that for the post-COVID outbreak and communicable health. This is MPH is one of the like MSc community health nursing. MPH also we can do if you are want to study the MPH also we can do. So apart from that, private institutions, if you work in private institution, go and place in a good hospitals like ICU, operation theater, dialysis, infection control, cath lab. So we can learn many things. Prefer that medicine ICUs are one of the most important department where you can learn. It is easy to crack. If you go and work in private, don't go and work in any of the eye hospital or anything. Just ask them to give the ICU or medicine department ICU, where you can learn within 1 year everything, all the cases, all the conditions you can learn, so that will be useful for your competitive exam. So don't go and sit in your some area where you don't want to work. So 1 year you have to be very clear to prepare for the competitive exams if you are working in private institution, right? So foreign countries I have given the clear idea. I don't want to discuss, and Gulf countries I have given the clear idea. So applications, you have to be very clear. So this is the application criteria: BSc Honors Nursing, BSc Nursing from Indian Nursing Council, recognized university, and the BSc Nursing post certificate, post BSc Nursing from the INC recognized institution, registered as a nurse. That's it. There is no experience in the BSc Nursing. And the diploma nursing where GNM they are giving, they are asking 2 years of experience. So you have to be having the certificate of 2 years of experience where you can apply for the exams. So preparations are very important, and many of the coaching centers are there to cover. Even we also are having the classes, Meteor, where they are going leading institute in South India, especially in Tamil Nadu, and many people are aware of that. And more than 1,000 people have cracked the exams last 2 years, and they are working very same. Syllabus and materials and schedule and notes and MCQs and mock tests is important. See, you are going to compete across India, so you have to prepare at least 6 months. We have the don't be the overconfident. You schedule yourself. You should know what to study, what to not study. Many people are not aware of the syllabus, what to study. Just they'll study and they'll come for the exam. You have to study very in depth, and because competitive exam 200 mark MCQs is very difficult to crack among all the students. We have the nursing 80% and aptitude 20%. We all included, that's all included fundamental of nursing, medical surgical, OBG, pediatric, psychiatric, anatomy and physiology. All the subjects you have to go through theory as well as MCQs. So NORCET is a 200 mark MCQ with nursing, GK, image-based question, video-based question. We have the negative marking every year. The exams coming for more than 3,000, 4,000 vacancies. And ESI yet to come. We have the negative marking 0.5. That is all only the competition. Competition is very important. Even JIPMER, you all know that South the JIPMER vacancies are there. You all aware of the JIPMER, I know that. But JIPMER is also very important that we have the negative marking of 0.25. So competitions are there. How we are going to prepare, that's very important. Your own notes, how we are going to study, and how we are going to study the old question. Practice your NCLEX books, Saunders books, which is very important for the basics. I always suggest the first book for the competitive exam is the NCLEX Saunders book, because the international standard books is very important. With the rationals you have to study whatever you study. Apart from that, the theory book which you are using, just go through what you studied. Rosen Wilson, Fundamental of Physiology, Psychiatric Nursing, Srivani, and Obstetrics, DC Datta, K Park, and Aptitude, Gupta's staff nurse book. So these all the books is mandatory for theory books which you have to study, and this all the images which usually this is one of the most important books which you have to buy and study in the 4th year. NCLEX examination is useful for the US exams, UK exams, as well as Indian government exam. If you are good in this book, if you complete it within 1 year, you are having the good potential that you can crack any exam across the world. But it's not easy to study this book. You have to have at least basic knowledge for the first year, second year, third year. When you're studying, you have to. This is for your life. You are studying, not for us, right? So you have to be very sincere. This program is make you to get aware and make you success in your life. Okay, this we are this Society of Nursing Practice, they are conducting this program to create awareness. Nurses are to come in your life successfully. Okay. So apart from that, books which I given, we have the Target Eye, which is a familiar book. People are aware of that. MCQs, many of the MCQs books are there. Research books which you are using, incredible easy book series are there. Your library, every institute they have the library, and MCQs books are there. Each and every chapter you have to go through the MCQs. So analyze your strength and weakness. Make a schedule properly. Once you complete the BSc nursing, you have the time for 1 year, at least 6 months. Once your registration certificate, it will take time, 6 months or 1 year. You have to prepare. 1 year is the time, so you can crack any exams between 1 year once you are completely prepared yourself. Exam date, you have to aware when the exam comes. Avoid social network, because you are preparing for your life. Social network diverting, and if you are getting settled with the life of 70,000 salary, your parents will be happy and your life will be settled well, especially for the females, those who are trying to come outside. Okay, males, they will be diverting here and there, they'll go anywhere, right? And the concept based study, I try to understand and study, and the revision is very important. That all many of the coaching centers are there. You can prepare for the competitive exams, and this is what just which I want to share in this 20 minutes, I think. So always you be very clear what you are going to do in your future. Never stop learning, because the life never stop. This is ethics which I follow usually, because we also struggled from last 15 years and finally settled in one place for last 9 years. So you should never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. This is a famous thing which you have to follow. And try to utilize this opportunities where sir have given the clear international opportunity. As I mentioned, don't stuck in your private hospital, especially in the government setup, PHC, especially in Tamil Nadu nurses. You are working for the 7,000 14,000 salary. 14,000, I know that, for 2 years or 3 years contract. You have the lot of opportunity. You nearby state, you aware of nearby state, what is the vacancies happening. AIMS Mangalgiri, you get a job, and you are traveling distances 6 to 8 hours. Okay, you can just leave from your 6 hours, you can reach Chennai. Okay, so you just learn what is happening in your nearby state. Don't stuck in your government job. Your government job, I'm not telling government job is not important. It's important, but see the salary. Decide yourself. If you are eligible, try to jump from any of your area in south. You come up in any of AIMS and work in the AIMS, and decide yourself and go for UK or USA and any of the foreign countries as per your views. Right. So this is what I want to tell. And once again, thank you for being patient for last 20 minutes. And thank you, sir, Dr. Gopi Chandran, and as well as SFNC for giving this opportunity. I'm just winding this session from this 20 minutes session. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I just winded up here.
Thank you so much, sir,
Yeah.
for your wonderful speech and for your wonderful address giving us. It was really very informative. I must say both the keynote addresses have been very, very informative. And, there's been a lot of information that we are very much welcome to it. So on that note, so I'm just going to stop sharing. So are there any questions that the participants would like to ask both the keynote speakers before we conclude the session? So there is a question in the chat box. So this is from Sakshi Sharma. So she has asked, good evening, sir. I am about to finish my MSc nursing and selected as a nursing officer at AIMS Gorakhpur, and I wanted to go in the research field and do PhD. So kindly enlighten this area. Please suggest some of the good government institutions offering PhD and also the eligibility criteria and years of experience required.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. Mostly, nurses working in the clinical who are complete MSc, they want to be in teaching side. They may think that working in the private institution, only the career they may think. It is actually a little bit wrong, I can decision sometime I can feel, because I can tell my example, student who completed with me at the AIMS Delhi, MSc, who completed MSc program at the AIMS Delhi. Nowadays, they are choosing to join at any AIMS as a clinical nurse. Reason is they are getting better salary. Almost they are, Mr. Rajkumar, I think well highlighted about the salary structure in the government sector. I think it more than IT professional, more than doctors, I can say, working in the state government. And they get good salary and a very respected job at the AIMS, all the AIMS, especially AIMS Delhi. I think Rajkumar from AIMS Delhi, the way he present, you can understand that how much he has the content and his knowledge and his experience. He work with the doctor at par with them. Sometimes doctor, you will find out the mistake from doctors. Sometimes he save the patients. So that much you have very confident with the work. But after 2 years, after MSc, you join as a clinical nurse. You can also start to do your part-time PhD, like with nowadays I can see many of the MSc nurses working in AIMS Delhi do part-time PhD with maybe many government universities, private university, especially INC. They are getting permission from the government to do the PhD. So doesn't require any experiences, but experience will be added as a mark. If you get good experiences, you will get more marks. That mark will be counted as the experience every year of experience for the overall total mark. But your entrance is good. Your CPT exam is good. Entrance exams, you get more mark even without experience. Also, you can enroll. So you can do part-time PhD with any of the government university or private university. You will complete within 3 to 4 years, maximum 5 years. Then after that, you can also today a lot of opening for the tutor positions, assistant professor positions. If you are PhD completed, you can apply for the assistant professor post, because nowadays the eligible criteria is MSc nursing plus experience in the teaching institutions. That means your experience in the teaching institution means at like AIMS institution. AIMS like a teaching institution. Otherwise, you can join as a tutor even without PhD also after MSc. Recently, 2 days before result come from many institutions, even my student who completed MS nursing with they are working as a clinical nurse in AIMS. Even I can able to see, even with BS nursing, they are joining as a tutor. So your career now in India never ended. Dr. Mr. Rajkumar mentioned that you are passionate, you never stop learning, and and you are learning, you are teaching others, your career is moved on, and that is also making the sense you complete your education. And again, if you work in AIMS like institution, you have many areas are there to choose for your research. Example, you are working in cardio, working in neuro, various departments are there. You choose your what are the area you did in MSc, same area, research area, you can continue for a PhD program. You will get the guide. Even me, I have PhD student at the AIMS, but they are full-time students. Even also part-time students are there. So you have many guides are available at clinical side, also in the nursing side, you will be good. Because I given detailed information, because most of the time students think that after complete MSc, I should work only in the teaching institutions or in the private side. It is a wrong strategy, because work in the clinical itself, you can prove many and you can continue also. Okay, that's what the message for overall the questions, what they asked. It's a very good questions.
Yeah, so there is another question that says, apart from AIMS, ESI, JIPMER, P-JIPMER, where can we expect large number of nursing vacancies, and what about the age criteria that is based upon?
I think Rajkumar will tell this questions. They wanted Rajkumar the age, factors for.
Where is the question, ma'am? I just confirmed the question.
Yes, so it has come to me directly as a direct message.
Direct
so it
message,
says, so it asks us, apart from AIMS, ESI, JIPMER, and PGMER.
Yes, I will tell. Yeah. So we the same criteria which is for the autonomous institution, they have the age criteria. General is 30 years age, and for OBC 33, and SC/ST for 35. Right. If you are in the government setup, then your age relaxation is there for 5 years for the categories. But nowadays, age relaxation, if you are especially for the AIMS like institution, they are considering 30 years is a general, as well as 33 for OBC and 35 for SC/ST. Number one. If you are going for ESI and railway like hospitals, with the vacancy last 3-4 years, there was not ESI and railway. They have because we are also waiting for that, because last vacancy was in 2018-19 ESI vacancies, like 2000 vacancy came. After that, we are waiting for the age criteria, because AIMS they have changed the criteria, but like previously it was 35. Now they have converted generalist as a 30. And OBC for 33 and SC/ST 35. But the central government institution, which I mentioned, Saptajang, RML, many institutions, they are considering 35. Last recruitment 2022-21 recruitment of NORSET, they have mentioned the age criteria for general is 35. This is for the pure central government hospital, like Saptajang, RML, RAK, the pure central government hospital. Listen carefully, pure central government hospital. It is not like AIMS like institution. But this year, the ESI and the railway, we are also waiting for the age criteria. This is the one of the most wanted question for all the nurses who's preparing for the competitive exam, because many of the people not aware of last 8 years. Now they want to prepare for the competitive exam. They're asking the age, because we also waiting for the age for the ESI. Okay, because ESI comes if they are giving the age, they may be going with the central government rules like 35 for the general. If they are following the aims like institution, then they will give the general as a 30. So two questions I have given you. That is depend on the people, those who are going to give, because aims exam, ESI exam came last 2019. So last 3 years there is no vacancies, right? I hope you got it.
I actually they asked me my contact detail. I given Rajkumar mobile number for contact for the any kind of the any information from coaching, IELTS, anything they can ask him.
Anything you can ask. You
can ask him, and my email ID given. And what is the best choice after completing the MS nursing? I already given that. If you want to be in teaching side for the institution is better, but before that, now it's a good opportunity to work in the clinical and especially government sector. Mr. Rajkumar is very well highlighted, and that way today a lot of vacancies available that I can tell that even BSc, MSc, GNM you can do in the clinical side, that you'll get good exposure. Then you can set your career. Actually, career need to be set up by you as per your choice, as per your potential, as per your desire. The three things are more important. So according to that, you will set up your career, what you want to become. So it is never ended. You keep on, you grow till after retirement also, you'll work what you want. So another question was there, goals in research field eligibility criteria. See, nursing researcher is one of the emerging field nowadays. Many private sectors, even they are recruiting clinical nurse researchers, and even in the government sector, even in the private sector. But government sector, there is no proper position, but the faculty only work as a nurse researcher. Like me, I work as a nurse researcher. I have many projects from the ICMR. I am also having the staff members working in this research project. But private, they have the position in like Apollo, they have clinical nurse researcher. They conduct the trials. You need minimum MSc qualifications. And if your PhD is desirable, and depending upon the project, they will recruit you. But in outside country, it means like many developed countries, there is a lot of scope for the nurse researcher. They do a lot of projects, and even the COVID, many project is lead by the nurses. So that is a huge opening for the nurse researcher today. Only for that, nurses need to be well equipped with the research knowledge, and they need to have minimum qualification for being a researcher. In India, you may consider for MSc to PhD, but other country they have PhD, doctoral nursing plus postdoctoral fellowship. So many things are there you have to go through. But that's why nurses are today well good in as a nurse researcher, and they are proving in different area. And this question to Dr. Rajkumar, how to study NCLX books?
NCLEX is one of the most toughest book when you are study. For that, you need a basic knowledge for the BS nursing. It is not like even we studied for 6 months, 2012, the self-study, and also we are providing coaching centers are there. You can search, and many of the channels are there. But for that also, you need a basics actually. Basics is whatever you are studying the 3rd year, 4th year, that time itself you start preparing the NCLEX like subject wise. When you are in 3rd year, when you are studying pediatric nursing, after you are studying your pediatric, just go through the pediatric chapter so that you can prepare during your course itself. That is one of the most important part. Usually we will tell during your BSc nursing itself, you start studying the NCLEX book from 2nd year, 3rd year based on your subjects. And once you completed, you have the MCQs and you have the coachings. And we also, even I also personally train the students for the NCLEX. Many students have went for US and Australia. That is nothing else but only the clinical knowledge. Without clinical, as this research sir has said, MSc nursing and research, clinical is very important. You have to work in clinical at least 1 year or 2 years, because without clinical, we can't able to crack any of the exams and classes. So that is very important. You should know the instrument, the knowledge, and everything. So for that, at least take 1 year experience, and you can take the coaching from the issue. You can guide my number. I have given this 9911. The number I have given 783402. So you can get a guidance from me also. I can guide you how to crack the NCLEX exams, but it will take at least 6 months or 1 year to prepare. Right?
Thank you, Rajkumar. I think we answered most of the questions, and I'm very happy that Society for Nursing Practice is really organizing such a wonderful sessions, and especially I thank to Mr. Rajkumar because he is a very busy person, and he is doing a lot for the our motivating the our young people to get into the better in the future. Still, this kind of program in SMC will do many things in the future. We expect Mr. Rajkumar with us to do, and regularly in even we are going to organize at a different institution also in the future. That way we are planning. So thank you once again for giving me opportunity, and thank you. It's over to Fatima.
So I've given the number. Once again, they're asking chat box. It is given there in chat box. I think they're not seeing the chat box.
Everyone, please look at the chat box.
So
the numbers are available in the chat box.
Yeah.
All right. Since we have answered all the questions, on that note, we are going to conclude the session. So thank you so much to the keynote speakers for joining us today and for giving us wonderful, informative sessions. And thank you to all the participants for spending your time with us today. So I would like to give an update about the upcoming nursing conferences. So we have the 4th International Conference on Nursing Science and Healthcare in the Global Nursing Event that is to be held on the 27th and 28th August 2022 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is a 2-day hybrid event where you can witness keynote sessions and paper presentations. You can always visit our website to know more about this event, and you can join it and be a part of this event as well. So thank you to everyone, and I wish everyone a great evening ahead. Thank you for joining us, and until we see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your.
Thank you.